Hi everyone, my name's Stephen Abbott-Pugh and I'm the Head of Technology at Open Ownership. And today I want to tell you about a data analysis notebook that we're launching at Open Ownership to help anyone who produces beneficial ownership data to analyse their data and to learn more about it. So in the Open Ownership principles that we have on our website, which you can see here now, we have our structured data principle that talks about why beneficial ownership data should be published as structured data to make it easier to analyse. The way that we recommend people should produce that structured data is in line with the Beneficial Ownership Data Standard, which is looked after by my team, that provides a free guide for how to collect, use and publish information about beneficial ownership, so about the ownership or control of companies and other arrangements. So what we are unveiling today is some work that takes data that the Register of Enterprises in Latvia have actually produced. So they've produced their data for the whole of Latvia in line with the Beneficial Ownership Data Standard that Open Ownership looks after. And you can see this here. It's published using some of the tools that we have. So what we're unveiling today is a notebook that takes this data and allows you to look at it and to answer questions about the data and learn what you can find out from the data for the whole of Latvia. Now, the important thing to note here is that we've created this tool as an open source tool. So this can be used for any country that has BODS data, which is the Beneficial Ownership Data Standard data, or BODS. So any country that produces this data can use tools like this to instantly understand what is going on in their data, highlight issues, find out information about the beneficial ownership structures, whether the chains that people are using are complex or not, what nationalities people are reporting for their beneficial owners. So just to really quickly introduce you to the tool, it works by writing a whole series of questions and code into a notebook template like the one you can see right now. We're using a tool called DeepNote, which is a place that you can write all of the technical side of the project. So what you can see here now is the work that it takes to get the data in and before you can ask questions of it. And then what we are releasing and showing to everyone is a kind of a sample version or like an article version of what you can find out with that data. So this will be linked to from the messages and from the blog post where we announce this work. But you can see here that we have a whole series of questions all about the beneficial ownership information that you can learn from Latvia's data. And you can go through there, and for each example, there's a description of what you're trying to find out. So for example, this is a breakdown of the ways in which people own and control companies. And then you can see what's being reported in the data for Latvia. There's also a graph that appears below it, and there's some notes to explain this. Now, all the questions are divided up in terms of the principles that we have, which exemplify the best kind of high standards of beneficial ownership disclosure around the world. So those are in terms of whether the data has sufficient detail, if it's got public access, how it's structured, whether there's any information about verification in there. So all of this is built into the tool. And like I said, we're announcing this and launching this today. Anyone who produces BODS data in line with our data standard could take this tool, point it at the data from their country, and learn a huge amount of information almost instantly about the beneficial ownership data published by that country.